Hi guys, just waiting for the camera to catch up to me. My hair doesn't look too shabby tonight. I've done some 2020 cutting on it, but when you have curly hair, and I do have really curly hair, and we've got the new apartment has different type order, so it takes a while for my hair to adjust to it. I have exceedingly curly hair, especially when it has layers in it. I actually get curls enough that I have spiral curls that'll come down my sides and down my back. So you can pretty much chop away on this thing and hide all the mistakes that you do. So every once in a while I get a wild hair and I just have to cut away for it. So I'm coming tonight to you to bring you January's Yard Bingo card. I will have it posted. It's finished. I'm just kind of waiting for midnight to come so I can post it on Yarn Bingo. So I'm just going to go over the card, hopefully explain some things that are in it. Maybe you can find something that you like to create that can work on your bingo card. This is just for fun. Sometimes you just need inspiration. Sometimes you do stuff, sometimes you don't. I create the card and I can't even get a single bingo. But I had people who shared things with me to put into the yarn bingo for January, so that's what's here. So this is a collaboration of all us yarnies at Yarn Bingo, not just me. And I really enjoy having the assistance and the help, and sometimes coming up with my own ideas, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they aren't. I'm sorry about that, but I do the best I can. I take off my glasses so you didn't have glare on me, but unfortunately I can't see anything then, so I have to wear the glasses. The light is across the room and facing away from me, but it is reflecting in my lenses. Yes, today is New Year's Eve when I was doing this, and I wasn't expecting to go anywhere, so guess what? I'm in my pajamas, and I stayed in my pajamas. But I probably will get a shower before I go to bed in the new year and put on a clean pair of pajamas. That's just kind of the funky person I am. But anyway, I'm starting in the upper right-hand corner. I'll go straight across. I'll try to remember to tell you I'm going down to the next line. Go straight across, and I'll continue on that till we get through the whole card. You can PM me. I'm in the group. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to actually share the card with you, information with you, some of the suggestions. Sometimes people give me a little bit more explanations, but I'm trying to fit it into a small square, so I can't explain it very well. But I'm happy to explain it like back and forth with somebody, where I'll post it on in the group if I feel like it's really something that needs to be explained to the whole group or something like that. I'm very flexible with it. I just want everyone to have fun. That's what this whole thing is. It's just having fun. So we start with upper right hand corner, finish a whip. Now I have not been moving my finish the whip spaces around. If you would like me to move the spaces around to make it maybe easier to get a bingo somewhere else, if that's what you'd like me to do, just let me know. I haven't moved them because no one's been complaining. Just because no one's complained doesn't mean they wish they were someplace else. I try to make sure that on each line going down that there is one, and I've done that, and then I try to make sure that each way across that there is one on each line. So that, sometimes you can make the finisher whips work for you, and sometimes you can't. I try. Sorry. Anyway, top right corner, finish a whip. Pick something that is garnet or maroon color and let it inspire you to create a new project. Garnet is January's birthstone. Someone asked that we put a space in the yarn bingo for the birthstones of the month. And the month they gave me was January, and they gave me garnet. So I'm like, sure, why not? To me, garnet is a very rich maroon color. That's how come I put maroon there. I like that idea, and it can be anything. It just has to have the color in it. Use your imagination. Have fun with it. Next is out with the old. Go through your stash. It's kind of like a two-parter, and there's a second space lower down that this will come into play too. Out with the old. Go through your stash and give something away you're not going to use anyway. And in with the new. Buy one new skein to replace the old. So sometimes we have spots in here where we say, friend a yarn buddy and pass over supplies to them, because sometimes there's times where we want certain things and it just can't happen. And you can actually there's colors that people like better than other colors. Some things, like if you have a Hirschner's gift bag that comes in, wish bag, all of a sudden I have a brain fart. I can't remember what it is. But you'll have things that'll come in your stash building bags that you don't really want. You know you're not going to use it. You don't understand why you have this color, but you're going to turn around and you want to get rid of it. And you may have a friend that crochets with you, or crochets also, or does yarn things, and they may absolutely love this skein of yarn. Pass it along. But then you got permission to go out and get a replacement to put in for it. That's what space is all about. All right. This is another suggestion from another person. I think it came from Little Bits Yarn, Penny. Thank you, Penny, for the suggestion. I'm pretty sure it was from her. It was a conversation of her and someone was having back and forth. It might be the other person, but I'm pretty sure it was Little Bits Yarn. And it was save your yarn wrappers from your projects and let's see how much yarn you go through in a month. Then I have in parentheses a year. So you can save it for the month and see how many yarn balls you go through, but you know you might inspire yourself to save it for the year. So you never know. Again, next space, blanket in progress. I kept that in there when Kayla was doing this. She says, you know, we all have a blanket we're usually working on. And I agree with that. We do have blankets that we're working on, whether we're working on baby blankets, preemie blankets, blankets to use up scrap, blankets that we just want to make. We always have blankets to make. So I kept that one there. So now I'm going to the second row. Create something for Valentine's Day. It's just around the corner and it comes quicker than you know. So anything, you know, hearts, cupids, doves, anything that you love, birds, anything to deal with Valentine's Day. Okay. Next, and this is where it's a twofer that goes with the other one. Remember, pick something you're not going to use anyway and go get another one. Well, this one is clean up your stash and look for your giveaway yarn. You got to go through your stash. So I've given you 2 spaces just by going through your stash and giving something away. You got 2 spaces to mark. And we always have to go through our stash. It's good to look at it every once in a while because sometimes you forget what you actually got in there. So you have to look. All right, then it's next to the finish a whip. Here's another big one. This is another wordy one. And this is another suggestion by one of our fellow yarnies. Begin work on a project that will take a year to make. Examples are temperature blankets, temperature shawls, scrap blankets, anything that you're going to be working on. You know you're going to be working on for the whole year. It's going to take you a whole year to get done. Go ahead and do it. Let's start. I've got a temperature blanket started right now. That from 2019. It's in my closet, and it was supposed to be what I was working on this week, but it wasn't. I ended up making scarves. So as a thank you to somebody, I guess that's next week's project now. But there you go. Easy space. Create something from scrap yarn. We all have it. These little teeny balls that are just sitting around, left over from something that we've already done, and now we need to find something to do with them. So, create something with scrap yarn. I don't know why I've gotten into this. We're going on to the 3rd level now. I have create a winter wall hanging. Anything with snow, snowman, says winter in it. Anything that you can look at and say, hey, that's a winter wall hanging. I like wall hangings, but I have yet to find one that I've actually sat down and do. But it could be a wreath. It can be a wall hanging. Snowflakes, something that has snowflakes on it. You know, be creative. It doesn't have to be tremendous, just something that you would hang on a wall for winter. As long as you know it's for winter. Finish a whip. We always have whips. Free space. Yay, that's the one I get. Make something to give away. We all do it. I don't know anybody who actually sits there and says, I'm making stuff for myself and I'm going to keep it forever. We make stuff and give it away. I can go around my house. I have the baby blankets that I made for the kids. I have those. And the big blanket I made for my husband. Everything else, I give away to someone. It doesn't stay at my house very long. All right. And of course, it's winter time. The next space is create a snowman. And I'm sorry, I keep looking down. I'm actually reading it off my phone. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. It's probably too bright, maybe if I get it too far back. Anyway, but I'm reading it off my phone. And yes, I'm in my bedroom again. It's where nobody's sitting, so that's where I'm working on stuff. Create a washcloth or a dish towel. Excuse me, going on to the next line. Create a washcloth or a dish towel. Share an idea for February. I'm always looking for ideas. I want this to be a group card, not my card. It is for everybody. I love getting ideas from people, and some people put up some ideas that are just too stinking cute, and that makes me want to do them. I never seem to have time to do them, but I got a whole year to work on stuff now, and that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to actually, well, you guys don't want to hear that. That's in my own YouTube video. I'll get to that later. Everybody right now, because they are starting a new year, they are making project books. And this is just something, and it's not, and don't go out and spend money on it if you don't want to. It's not a big deal. You can use notebook paper, construction paper, make yourself a little book, and it goes along with Save Your Yarn wrappers. It kind of goes along with that. Some reason I came up with a lot of stuff that kind of coincide with things this month. I was trying to make it really easy. A project book. That's a book that lists what you're working on, the size hook, the materials, the colors, where you purchase the yarn if that helps. It's up to you to put down what information you want. You can put pictures in it if you want. I did a project book. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. And I was shocked. I thought, it had, I think, enough room for 30 projects for last year. And I found myself, and I didn't keep up with it. I stopped after a certain time, especially when we moved. I stopped probably about halfway through. I had actually gone through the project book and had written down information and was actually writing back through the book on the extra spare pages I had, trying to keep track of what I was making. I was shocked at what I was making. I made a lot of stuff. And I don't remember making a lot of stuff because, of course, I didn't start out making YouTubes. But I made a lot of stuff. So it's always neat to have an idea of what you make and what you have made and just keep it on him. All right, the next space is create a cowl. I've done one cowl. I don't wear cowls. I am considered a no-neck. So I don't wear cowls. I've made a cowl one time and gave it to my post lady at the year before in 2019. I gave it to her in December of 2019 for a Christmas present, and she loved it. I just wanted to make it. Bag of Day had a beautiful pattern, looked simple, looked easy, so I made it, gave it to her. She absolutely loved it. So I've only made one, but I understand they're very positive. People love them. Make them. If you don't feel like doing a cowl, you can make a scarf or I guess a bandana scarf is what they're called. I'm not sure, but they wrap up around your neck. That's the biggest thing, is something that wraps around your neck. All right, finish the whip. On to the last line. Here we go. Share a link of a past project and I got to go back and fix that. I got to go and edit some things. Share a link of a past project that you think someone else would like to make. Just something that you've done that you like, oh, really inspired me. Love making this. Share it, because there's people out there that'll see something that someone else has done and they're like, I want to do that. So if you can, post a link to it if you have it. Share it. Say where you got it from if you can't find the link, because there could be someone out there who wants to make that project. We work all together. We just have so much fun together. Okay, next one. Make a snowflake. I don't care. Make a snowflake chain, make a snowflake for the Christmas tree, make a snowflake for your door, make a snowflake pillows, anything that has a snowflake. So, make a list of goals for January. Now that goes along with the project book. We have 4 weeks in January. Pretty sure it's 4 weeks, might be 4.5, because there's 31 days in it. set a goal. You know, what would you like to accomplish? Everyone does resolutions, and this is just pretty much the same thing, but have fun with it. You know, I set out. I got my son wanted 14 scarves, and I was hoping to have them done by today, which is December 31st. I got the request December 23rd. I didn't start it, and I don't think until the 24th. I'm almost done, but I got tired one day and had to go to sleep. I'm on my 12th scarf now, and I have 2 more to make, and then he can take it for what he wants. So, but you know, it's amazing what you can do if you set a goal for yourself. So, goes hand in hand with making a project book. You know, you might set a goal, and you might turn around and put that in your project book. Um, and it'd be amazing to come back in February and say, hey, look at what I did. And then things just kind of steamroll from there. Next is finish a whip. And then, of course, the last space, I save that space for places in the house for you to make things for. This month I picked make something for the dining room table, decorations, placemats, coasters. I did kids room or homeschool room, and I really didn't see much work up for them for that area, for those areas. But you know, there's all kinds of things that you can find to put on it, so I'm not offended by it. It's there for you to actually do it. It's have fun. If you like to do it, it's great. I try to pick stuff that's kind of fun for people. It was surprising. Stuff for the kitchen, stuff for the living room, stuff for the bathroom. There was like conversations and stuff like that and ideas, but nothing for the homeschool room. And I created that one. And the only reason is I was sitting out my homeschool room, because I homeschool my grandkids, is actually my dining room area. I gave up my dining room area, but it's connected with my living room. So when I was working on the bingo card for last month, I looked over and saw the homeschool room and I'm like, oh, so many people. I'm gonna cough in a minute. Sorry about that. So many people this year, because of the COVID, have had to do homeschooling at home. Um, rather it being all out homeschool, virtual school, whatever you can get your kids to do during that time. So a lot of stuff has been different this year. So I was like, okay, well, there should be more people that would make stuff. And I was thinking pencil cups. That's what I was thinking. And then I was going back and I was watching some YouTube videos, and I was watching Yarn Joy podcast, and I just love Terry to death. And I decided to go back and watch all the beginning ones because she does preemie hats. She does beautiful, beautiful preemie hats. Well, I make preemie hats too. Mine are very plain, ordinary preemie hats. And I decided, you know what? My goal for this year is I want to make preemie hats as pretty as Terry does for Halloween, for the month of October. And I'm going to actually put a box up in my closet, and I'm going to create nothing but these preemie hats for these babies throughout the month and months that I'm working on them. And come September, I'm going to mail them off for Halloween. And I hope that they are well received, and just that's really what I want to do. I've decided that I'm going to work on different holidays and different times, and that's what I'm going to work on. So, you know, that's my goals that I'm setting for myself. So that's, I just really, really want to get into the goal oriented stuff so I can actually keep track of what's going on. Anyway, long story short, love you guys. Hope to see you next month in February. Enjoy the game, have fun, and remember, it's all in fun. It's just to get us crocheting. Yay! Until next time, bye.